I'm back with Eyes Part 2. Before we get started, please remember that you can get a quick rundown on traditional eye anatomy in our first Let's Draw Eyes video. It will be helpful to review if you are unfamiliar with terminology used for parts of the eye. Otakoi by Fujita is a gem for anyone who has played the anime and manga game for at least a decade. It's all about fan culture and embracing the sometimes embarrassing habits of your fan youth well into adulthood. Honestly, I can totally relate. I really want more series with working adults as the main characters. Please. Neither Fujita's manga or A1 Pictures anime have eyes that are especially memorable, but they work well within a lighthearted comedic series that is based in reality. Above all, the designs fit with each character's personality. Narumi's eyes are largest and have the most flair because she's the main character and often immature, but you can argue that the features of her design are pretty standard for josei series. I like that their orange color is part of her whole warm, near pink motif, while the other characters have their own respective palettes. Details to make note of are the rather small areas for her white sclera and that her dark pupils and eye shine are the same size. As for her foil Hirotaka, his eyes are of course much smaller and more reserved. They are almost always drawn half closed to emphasize his quiet and disconnected nature, and also match his dark blue color motif. The design of his glasses is probably more important for artists than anything in his eyes, and further echoes his rather meh personality. He's a pretty fun character. He knows what he's about and is fine to spend most of his time alone, quietly playing video games. My friends have told me a lot about The Promised Neverland, and I'm pretty sure I wouldn't be able to dive into it without crying or screaming a lot. So I'm going to move right along into analyzing Emma's eyes and pretend everything is fine. The nature of Emma's eyes is very round and bright, and the bright green irises complement her hair nicely. The gradient color and shadow adds a nice depth to her eyes, and the size of her pupils and eye shines are more believable than with other character designs out there. Two features that I've noticed with her facial design is that the tip of her nose is drawn a lot higher than what is typical, and her eyebrows feel a little too thin for as long as they are and for as much hair as she has. Since Norman's eyes are a lot like Emma's, I decided to draw Ray's as the second eye option. Ray's eyes are a lot less childlike, and his irises are really small. I'm curious why his eye style stands out so much among the other children. I know next to nothing about Laid Back Camp by Afro and Sea Station Studio. I think I avoided it because I hate camping and being out in the cold, but the premise is cute. How do you all feel about the outdoors? Chico seems like she has that Genki attitude that a lot of main characters have, and her large eyes really express her energy. Here's another girl with gems for eyes. The upper eyelid lashes are a little unusual in that they taper at each end and have only one eyelash mark each. They remind me of a little of speedometers, as if those eyelashes are going to migrate to the other side at any time. The bottom lid lines are left out. Her irises are kind of egg-shaped and both sit near the center of her face, leaving little room for the sclera there. Those grain of rice shaped shines don't seem to be connected to the effect of the gradients of color on the irises, and her pupils aren't as dark as they could be. Eyebrows are a little weird in this series. Some of them resemble equal sign type markings, and I think they're meant to remind you of eyebrows on babies and small children, ones that haven't really grown in. Rin seems to be another foil character in that her eyes are more reserved and her color palette is dark. Her eyelid lines are similar, but thicker and shorter in length because her eyes are less expressive. She has the same shine and iris gradient styles, but her eyes look different because she doesn't open them as wide, but lets the lids rest lower, as if she is unimpressed or aloof. She reminds me a lot of Mew Mint from Tokyo Mew Mew. Like everyone else, I just got into Demon Slayer by Koyoharu Gotoge, and it's pretty awesome. I honestly didn't expect the main character to break the Shonen Jump mold, but I was pleasantly surprised. Tanjiro is genuinely kind to all, and the series shines with gentle, heartfelt moments despite the madness of demon attacks and death. A unique shonen series like this deserves a unique style, and Ufotable Animation Studio perfected Gotoge Sensei's eye designs. Tanjiro's eyes look deceptively simple, but when you look closer, you see the unusual jagged octagon-type outlines of his irises in some pictures, and how his eye shines replace the space where his dark pupil should be. This placement surrounded by the dark iris gradient makes his gaze piercing and unique, even among other characters of his world. There is a surprising amount of variety for eye designs in Demon Slayer. Since I'm very new to it, I was not aware of this. Take Tanjiro's sister Nezuko into account. Her now demon eyes don't resemble her brother's at all. The eye shine is in a different place, you can see her pupils, and her irises are shaded differently. It's pretty common to have female and male presenting eyes in series differ in style and size, but Demon Slayer goes way beyond this. Its eye designs seem to have no rules across the characters, and that's pretty unheard of. I love it. I've seen a lot of art of the character Shinobu floating around, and her eyes further exemplify this variety. Her eye shine is not round, but more of a flat shape, and the gradient of shadow on her irises is upside down. Her eyes also lack any other common features like pupils, line shading, or shine embellishments. I've never seen anime or manga eyes quite like hers before, and as a fan artist, they feel incomplete, but intriguing. This concludes the second video I've done about eyes. If you find these tutorials helpful or just want to have us try another eye style, please let us know. Tag us on the following social media pages and we'll try to get back to you. Thanks. Have a great day.